So, Martha, what are some of the most common questions that we have been asked throughout our lives?
Are we sisters?
Yes.
Are we twins?
Yes. Are we pastors?
Yes. Have we ever switched places?
Yes. So I'm Mary Alessi.
I'm Martha Munizzi.
And we decided to jump in the podcast booth and create a podcast where we just talk and we share.
What we do best.
We have a lot to say, a lot to talk about, and we talk a lot.
We do talk a lot. We're talkers.
We are talkers.
Yes.
Our husbands tell us we don't stop talking.
They stop listening and we keep talking.
Well, that's just the way it is. But we've, we are twins.
Yes.
We are sisters.
We do kind of complete each other's sentences. Have you seen those the twins from Australia?
Yeah, that's
and they
weird.
kept, yeah, we don't do that.
No.
But we do share a brain.
I think we
in
do.
some ways. I mean, I think we really do understand each other as twins.
Yeah.
I think sisters do that as well. Then twins it's like even more than that.
Yeah.
We really do understand each other.
Twins definitely understand each other.
Like I feel like if I ask you something about anything, I already know what you're going to say.
Totally. So why do you ask me?
What I'm saying is if somebody says, well, ask your sister what she thinks.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you already know.
I already know. Just trust me. I don't know. No, ask her. Okay.
For confirmation.
Right.
And you ask me and you say, I already knew what she was going to say.
I already knew what she was going to say. Because that's how alike we are.
Yeah. And people throughout our whole lives people are enamored with twins.
Right.
They all want to know. We get stopped. Even to this day at our age, we've had kids. People still want to know all about the twin thing.
Yeah.
And even in starting this podcast, we looked up just names of podcasts.
Yes.
And we had to move away from twin talk because we aren't going to talk about our being a twin that
forever.
much.
No, we're not.
Because we have a lot about our lives that we want to talk about,
we do.
how we've spent our lives and what we're doing to this day.
But we do have fun, being twins. I think people have asked
absolutely
through the years, what do you like about being a twin? What's hard about being a twin? We can talk about that. I think people would love to hear about that. What's hard about being a twin is that it seems like everybody compares you.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody
constantly.
thinks,
Totally.
or they're they don't do it on purpose, but subconsciously pit you against the other.
They do.
I remember in middle school,
They do.
we had the same best friend. And one time you and I got in a fight over her and you said, well, you just need to know, she told me that she likes me better than she likes you.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, she didn't. She told me she
So
likes
bad.
me better than she likes you. Well, she told me I was the pretty one. What? She told me I was pretty. So whoever that person was, I don't remember. But they did they tried to kind of weasel in. It didn't work.
No.
Because neither one of us, we're not competitive like that. We've never been competitive.
No.
And people have even said, when are you going to do another album together? For years we've heard that. When are you going to do music together? When are you going to... And the truth is, we've done a few things together.
A few things, but
we've never wanted to.
No, we haven't.
And it wasn't a thing of some kind of passive-aggressive, unspoken.
No, it had nothing to do with our relationship.
No, we just didn't.
We have different callings. We have different desires.
And we're both very strong. We're both strong leaders. And I had a vision for what I wanted to do. You had a vision for what you wanted to do. And we've always respected that. And the truth is, a lot of people couldn't believe that because that's not the dynamic they have in their home.
Well, what they don't understand about twins, if you aren't a twin, you don't understand this.
Right.
We are not two halves of one whole.
Exactly.
We are two completely different people.
Yes.
So when people will say things like, let's just be honest, man, your sister's hair, wow, man, her hair looks great.
Costs a lot more than hers, I can tell you that, right?
You fixed my hair for this podcast. That's not offensive to me because I'm not comparing. I'm not living my life thinking, how much do I still look like my twin sister?
Well, no, and for my whole life, I have wanted to be Farrah Fawcett. Like my whole life. Like
oh my God.
Like at 5.
Oh my God.
My hair has been my thing.
Guys,
and it's just been
wait
normal.
a minute. Okay, if you're going to talk about Farrah Fawcett, I have to tell the stories.
You might want to let the younger,
Well, how obsessed
teen.
you were with your hair because I'm very different.
But let the younger generation know who Farrah Fawcett is.
Farrah Fawcett.
She's the hair lady. She's the Jennifer Aniston. Even that's kind of
But she is still iconic, even though she has passed. But she was very iconic. Charlie's Angels.
Yes.
But what she was really known for was her hairdo. And she
The wings.
mastered the wings.
Come on.
Okay.
All my 80s and 90s
wings
ladies.
And the Final Net hairspray. Final Net.
But it always looked like she just did it and it was so natural.
But those wings that kind of bob out
never
like that.
get that. Look, I
and
tried.
if that hairspray doesn't click and like wing. I remember being at youth camp and I wanted those wings to go back so bad. And I went into they stopped at the rest area and I got under the hand dryer with my little blow dryer. With my brush.
The little tiny round, little tiny half an inch brush that you just kind of roll and you kind of like, you roll under the hair dryer and your bangs. And then when you pull it, just like they bounce up.
Okay,
that's the best.
Okay, so the truth is though, I could have cared less about my hair.
It's very true.
And you would get up an hour early before the bus picked us up at a god-awful time in the morning to make sure your hair was perfect. You have been that way since we were allowed to fix our hair.
And then I would get waken up by you and then our sister Marveline. Would you please, 6 a.m., would you please put a French braid in my hair? I'm like, oh no. But I always did
But you did it. You were always into
the hair person.
I was never into hair. You were always into makeup. I was never into makeup. You were always into fashion. I was never into...
How many albums have you done? Yes. How many albums have you done? And I gave you the outfit to wear that night and switched it out from what you had planned on a
all
couple
of them.
Like, you're not wearing that. This is what you're wearing.
All the time. A lot.
And she doesn't even care. She barely says thank you.
Listen.
But I don't
care. At this point,
as long as she looks the way I want her to look, because we got to have some kind of presentation.
I try not to make you look bad. But I am the more conservative twin.
You are.
You're the more glam squad twin.
Can't help it.
But we are different.
We are.
People have compared us our whole lives. So although we're used to it, we've also had to really work personally to define our own self-image.
Yes.
And we are still very close. It has never affected our relationship, but we've never let it because our relationship matters more. But we've done a lot in our lives. You and I both have done so much in our lives, which we want to jump into and talk about on this whole podcast journey that we hope people jump in with us and they like. But just staying on the twin thing for a minute. Over the years, when I meet twins at our church or whatever, I always lean in and do the twin talk.
Yeah, because, like you have this kind of kismet thing.
Yeah, you do. We do. Because we get it as twins.
Right.
How other people treat you, how your parents treat you.
Yep.
You always can naturally make people on the outside feel left out.
Right.
When it is never your intention. You just are. We are twins from birth. We've never known a day without it out being.
We are womb mates.
Womb mates. I thought I put it. Yes, womb mates. It's not something we put on.
No, we
or
can't
can
help
take
it.
off.
No,
we are twins,
and we have had moments where, in certain settings, we've had to go. Okay, don't sit the same. Don't sit at the same side of the table.
Right.
Sit apart.
Right.
Be careful. Just because it's so natural.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be, the people that kind of are leaving people out of the conversation. We never meant to do it.
No.
And I think we do pretty good with that because we both like to chat and talk people up that are sitting around us. But it is just so easy. And I would say, as a twin, it's been so easy for you and I to communicate, and with sisters. Sisters communicate very well for the most part. But for my husband and I,
yeah, sure.
It's been like, why do I have to finish that statement? You should know what I'm going to say. And he still cannot.
No.
He does some. He's better, but it's just not the same.
No.
And you've got the female brain, the male brain, and then you throw in somebody that's a twin, that somebody really does know the trail of thought of what I'm thinking and knows how to talk to me, knows how to respond to what I'm saying. And that's been very interesting.
It is. And I
not
don't
fun.
think there's, I don't think there's any relationship other than twins that have that much continuity or closeness in biology, actual biology. We can't fix that. We can't change that. We can't undo that. I can't have that with my own children.
Right.
Because they don't have the same twin brain. So it's been different.
Totally different.
But getting back to being
you're saying
twins.
I trailed off?
You did trail off.
I'm sorry.
But let's go back to being kids and being twins.
Yes.
Because we had some funny times.
We did.
And one of the questions that have always been asked of us to this day, it's so funny that people ask this question, but they do. Did you ever switch places?
Yes, we did.
We did do it. Now, hold on though. I wanted to do it a lot sooner than you did.
You were so Mary, before you guys think we're the same person, we're not.
No.
I was always the rule follower. You were like, let's break the rules.
All the time.
And it would drive me nuts. You talk about anxiety. That's where my anxiety began as a child.
Yeah, I agree.
Because my twin sister wanted to break the rules.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't handle it because I'm thinking, no, we were told, don't go there. go here. We're supposed to be here at a certain time. We're not supposed to, you skip class. Okay, here's the thing. When I tell you I loved to enlighten her children on all of the things she did as a child, that was my favorite part when they got old enough. And I could go, your mother skipped class, like the whole day one time.
I sure did.
And I'm over there misjudging. I can't believe you. We're Christians.
I know.
Our father's a pastor. What's wrong? And you're out there having a ball. It didn't even bother you at all.
It didn't faze me. I didn't care.
But I love that about you, though.
Much.
I love that about you.
I didn't care. And I skipped Spanish class all the time, which was so stupid because then I ended up living in Miami. And if I ever needed a class, that's the class I should have attended.
That's how the devil was trying to rob you of your future.
Way back when.
And you should have
stayed
in Spanish class.
I
know. I just failed Spanish class. I took it. I just didn't do it.
You should have skipped it with me. I told you.
You were having a ball.
I was having a great time.
What was I doing?
Sneaking around, having a good time. Well, I will say that when we decided to skip places or to change places, I had begged you, let's do it. It's fun. And of course, all of our friends were always challenging us to do it because we looked so much alike.
Right.
Was it 8th grade?
I think it was 8th grade. Like the worst grade of your entire existence was 8th grade.
Yes. Horrible.
And we did it. And I remember, and I did it, of course, with so much anxiety and I was so scared.
But you did it.
But I did it. And did you take a test? And
I thought you took a test.
Or I took a test for her and I'm sure I did not pass it or didn't do very well.
You were a better student than me.
Was I?
I think you were.
Oh, we got to tell that other story.
Which one?
About the...
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, we got to tell this
Lord
other story.
God, yeah. Well, I recently told my family this story. I buried it. And I told my church this story too. And of course, I love my church people, but they were like, you did what? There was a lot of shame. I'm like, I was in 6th grade or 8th grade or something. It's a great story. But we switched.
Yep.
Our teacher never knew.
Well, no, it was several teachers. We had several classes.
That's right. You had to do it all day.
We had to do it all day. And that was what was so unfun.
Yeah.
That nobody noticed.
Nobody even.
Like, that's how invisible we are.
Oh my
it's
God.
so invisible. Nobody even noticed that we traded places. I think one person in one class looked up and went like, shh, don't tell.
That's right. That's right.
But it ended up just being like a bust because no one.
It was not fun. It did not produce any fun fruit like I was hoping it would.
Only anxiety.
Really ridiculous. And we never did it again because we're like, well, this isn't fun if you can't get caught.
No, and that was kind of like we thought. I had this thought that we would get caught and everyone would just die laughing. Isn't that an applaud? This is hilarious. These twins are so funny. Look at this. Look at how they what they did to deceive us and how hilarious.
We did it too because people would ask us, do you guys ever change places? Right. So that's why we did it. We're like, no, we never changed places, so let's change places.
Right.
And it turned out to be really...
could have been a little bit planned better, well thought out, maybe. But still, we have a great story to tell.
We do have a great... No
one noticed. No, it's probably not that great.
It's not that great of a story.
You might want to edit this out.
But my story...
is a great one.
Well, it's bad.
But it's good.
Okay.
You want me to tell it or you want to tell it?
You can tell it. You tell it. And go.
Okay. So we were in high school.
Uh-huh.
And we were trying to just graduate.
We just needed to get the heck out of there.
Okay. And right in junior year, they changed the rules that you had to, you couldn't have more than like 7 absences, which is fine. But if you were tardy 3 times, it counted as 1 absence.
Right.
Well, we're done. That's it. Because we were late every day. And
your hair.
Well, come on. And we would stop by Burger King on the way in and eat together.
Well, that's true. And they bussed us like 45 minutes from our house. Remember those days?
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
continue.
So we were always late. But one of the reasons is we had to take an extra class, like American history, remember?
Yeah, it was terrible.
And they put us, and there was no reason to even have it, but you just had to have that extra credit. They added more credits.
1986.
That you had to have in your senior year. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? So we had to do this extra credit, whatever. And so they put the class way out in the field in one of those trailers.
Oh, it was terrible.
So you didn't just have to walk in the school and then find your class. You had to literally sprint across the field.
Yeah.
And so if you were 3 minutes late, you're going to be 10 minutes late. It was crazy. So and if you were crossing the threshold, the teacher that we had at the time was like, that's it.
Yeah.
He was just the letter of the law. So we were just that close to not graduating just on, tardies alone.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the last part of the year, and they wanted us to do like a project.
We had to do a string. I thought it was a string art project.
It was a string art project, which is I don't even know that they do string art like that now. And you had to have it ready for the last week of school.
Right.
And
String art is wood plank with nails,
with those
and
nails.
then yarn or string that creates a pretty picture.
And it looks so easy in the box.
It does. It's horrible.
But then you're like, I can do this in 30 minutes. Oh no, you're going to be there 3 hours because you put out like this little form of a butterfly.
And then the string doesn't stay on the nail.
And then you're nailing all these little tiny it was terrible. Those of you that from our era, you'll know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I, being the good twin, actually did mine and finished it. I stayed up late and got all the string art. I'd make like a butterfly or something stupid. It was all wonky and the nails were all turned the wrong way, but whatever.
Can I just say, before you tell what I did, how stupid of an assignment for juniors in high school. Okay, that was my defense. Go ahead, tell the story.
So very bad. So you, the rule breaker that you were, you said I didn't do it. I didn't finish my project. I said, what are you going to do? Because this is the part about being a twin that you need to know. For me, I always felt responsible for her. So I was like, you have to do it. I can't believe you didn't do it because we have to be on the same page about everything. Like we have to graduate together. We have to get the same grades. That was my mindset as a twin. Like you can't step outside of the twindom. You know what I'm saying? So you were like, what twindom? I don't care.
Yeah, I was a reflection on you. You were a reflection on me. But
all that stuff.
Yeah, whatever.
So you realized and I realized that you had not done the project. So I'm like, I'm panicking. What are you going to do? So somebody had given our father this, it's a wooden boat. It was pretty big.
It was beautiful.
It was this beautiful sailboat. And then maybe you've seen it like in something like an old office or something, and it's got that beige looking fan on it, the sail, and then it's all these beautiful string art, but it looks like something made professionally. Yes. It's beautiful. They've got big ones and small ones or whatever. Maybe we can find a picture and post it in here.
Yeah.
And somebody had just given my dad that, and it was in his office. And it was up on the bookshelf.
Yeah.
She's like, we got to find something in the house to take. And all of a sudden, your eye scans. And at the same time, I feel like we both had the same idea. Let's bring in that sailboat and we'll just present it as your project. And then we'll just take it home. And at the end of the day, we'll put it back. Dad will never know it's gone. It's like a sitcom script. We're like, let's do it. So we pull it down. We go into the classroom. I walk in front of the teacher. You're there with me because we had the same class. I pull out my little decrepit string art butterfly.
Which was really ugly, by the way.
It was awful, with the nails falling out. And I hand it to him, and he's like, Then you present this beautiful ship with the string. And I remember, we're both standing there. Do you remember this?
Oh, I vivid.
And he was like, this is beautiful.
I know.
We were not prepared for questions.
No, we weren't.
Okay, we were not good. We were just going to turn it in.
I'm just handing it in.
And
give me a grade,
on.
please.
And he says, "This is unbelievable, Mary. Did you make this?" And I was like, and I think we both at the same time went,
I made it in my mind.
Oh God, we're both going to hell. And so he goes, you know what? This is the best thing I've seen all day of all the students. This is the best one. Can I keep this?
Oh my God. My armpits were sweating.
What did we say?
I was dying.
I'm going to put it up here on this shelf so everyone can see it throughout the day because we were first period. Okay.
I still get anxiety thinking about it.
I know. We go sit down. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're shooting each other glances. We're dead. Dad's going to kill us. We're going to get... Oh my gosh. Somehow at the end of the day, I think we waited. You remember how we got it back? I think we waited till he was on a break.
And then we went and got it. And I think I told him later, listen, my dad asked for that when I was leaving the house. And I don't want, and my dad's going to get mad. But then I was just praying he wouldn't ask Dad about it.
He knew. He couldn't be that dumb. Surely. Yeah, he kind of was.
But hey, listen, I graduated.
Hey, we both did.
We got out of that place.
I was going to say with flying colors. But...
You know, I heard they burned that place down. I heard that our high school burned to the ground.
Well, we did. They did destroy it
with all the memories in it and everything burned.
Wouldn't that be something? And you had left that.
He kept that ship.
But you know what's funny is years later when Dan and I got married. Dan, my husband, was a builder, and he opened up. One day he went to open up a new subdivision. He was building homes, and they had just built like 3 starter homes. He comes home and goes, guess who I just built a house for and helped to move in today? I said,
no
who?
way.
The same teacher that we had turned that ship in.
Did he remember about my ship?
We didn't bring it up. I said, don't make eye contact. So he doesn't remember you. He goes, oh no, I didn't. I just got in and got out.
Yeah, that was
that funny full circle.
That's the only bad thing I ever did, ever.
Yeah. How much time do we have?
And turn in. I was.
There's two others, but we'll leave this for another.
Unbelievable.
Mary, you
think you were good at 2 shoes?
I was.
You were.
I was.
You were. No, we have no stories about you.
No, I've got a couple. But remember when we had our chorus class?
Yes.
And one of the classes we would have a chorus, and then like 6th period, I was the teacher's assistant. Mm-hmm. Somehow I got signed up for that. And she had just graduated college, and just became a teacher, and we would drive her nuts. And because you and I took over the class.
Oh, all the time.
Because it was her first year. It was our 3rd year.
But we took
seniors,
over.
And we were like, we don't need a teacher. Yeah. Mary and I got this, and we would teach chorus. Remember?
We would get on the piano, sing, bring everyone around. Let's do this.
But the second year, the first year we had our favorite teacher, Mr. Gordon. Shout out to Mr. Gordon. He's a professor now at Southeastern. I believe he's still there. Phenomenal teacher. Taught us everything we knew about singing. Then he left, and then the next year we had another teacher who we drove, y'all, these twins right here, drove him so crazy.
We did.
That over the summer he had to go and get therapy.
Not even kidding.
Because we would not, one time.
We would not stop.
No, one time, remember, you said something out loud and he got mad and kicked you out of the class and asked you to leave. The whole class followed you out.
Yes, what was that about?
I don't remember. The whole class followed her out. He had no control over that class.
Yeah.
And he had to come out and make us all come back in.
That was.
You were like a little.
I was very strong.
Yes.
I was very,
what's
very
the name
strong.
of the Sally Fields character?
In that movie where she's.
You were like whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
You were like the champion, like we're following her out. Whatever she is, you can't talk to her like that. Meanwhile, you're what, 15?
Yeah, and it couldn't have been with too much conviction because I don't even remember why I was mad, what he said, or what he did.
It wasn't.
But poor guy. To have you and me.
Oh Lord.
And then I think we were there like for 3 hours. Every day.
Because we had chorus, then we had contenders, which was the jazz ensemble.
Right.
And then I was the teacher's assistant, so he couldn't get rid of us.
He could not get rid of us.
No.
And we were very strong.
Very.
Yeah, poor
very
guy.
Annoying. We're so sorry.
We're sorry, Mr. What's your name again?
So then the 3rd year.
Mr. Gordon.
Mr. Gordon was a good one. But then after.
Yes.
Then it was the second one.
Yeah, that's right.
Then the 3rd year, I had this teacher who was young, and she would just stay in her office all day. And that was when they would put the big TVs on those rolling
carts. Yeah.
And so I would roll the cart in, and I would watch soap operas.
Yes.
I would watch soap opera. And the whole time, with my anxiety-ridden self, I'm sweating. Someone's going to come in. I'm going to get so much
was it General Hospital?
No, it was another one. It was Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives.
Which one had Luke and Laura?
General Hospital. It might have been General Hospital, but I went back and forth.
I was addicted to General Hospital.
I went back and forth.
Think of Laura, laugh, don't cry, I know she'd want it that way. Hey, it's when you think of Laura. Oh my God.
So cry. So the whole thing was twisted and perverted, but they presented it in a way that was very. It was
awesome
for
these little twins'
live out that life. Anyway, that's what I would do. I'd watch my story in the afternoon and just sit there so nerve wracked, like I was going to get in trouble. And
but I wore off on you. You finally did something bad.
I did, and then remember our senior year, we wanted to graduate. At the graduation, we wanted to sing.
Oh my gosh!
Friends are friends forever.
Friends are friends forever. If the Lord's the Lord of them, and a friend will not say never, 'cause the welcome will not end. This is the big drama line. Though it's hard to let you go, in the Father's hands we know. Ready? That a lifetime's not too long.
Pause for drama.
To live as friends.
Oh, come on. That was the song.
We
That
sang
was the
that
song.
at our high school graduation in front of thousands of people.
And we almost didn't.
We almost got kicked out.
Yes, because my chorus teacher, the one that I would sit while she was in her office, I was watching stories through the whole time instead of working. She wanted to let the 10th graders sing at our graduation. And you know what we did? We created a list and we made people sign a petition to let the seniors, and it became such a pain. We got to like 30 names and she was like, okay, whatever, forget it, just sing. And we stood our little ground and sang Friends Are Friends Forever, sang about Jesus.
In front of all those people.
In front of like 2,000 people.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
And my mother's sitting there going, I'm just so glad they're graduating. They love Jesus.
I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
These two girls almost failed senior year, but we did it.
We did it.
But that's a little bit what being twins is like.
Yeah. We've always been strong.
Yeah.
There has not been a weak twin or a strong twin. We just have different
seasons.
strengths.
Yeah.
But different strengths for the seasons that we're in. And man, we've got stories to tell. I don't think I've ever told my kids the majority of those stories, but that's okay. They're going to hear it now.
They're going to hear it now. Don't be shocked. They're not that bad.
No, they're pretty good.
They're not that bad.
Whatever. That's rebellion for a Christian kid.
No, it's true. There's more, but we don't have to tell it all.
Nah. There's nothing else to tell.
But look at what God has done since then and the doors that God has opened for us, even in our imperfection and
but hold on.
Goofy kid years.
When we were in high school, we had some dreams and aspirations, but did you ever think that where God has taken you, if you just reflect back, did you ever imagine that God would take you to the degree he's taken you, the places you've gone and the success you've had?
I hoped, I dreamed it, but it was never thought to the degree that God has done for me, that it would happen the way that it's happened. And then to watch now my kids stepping into even greater, that's what's so exciting. But no. What about you?
No. I mean, I knew I wanted to serve God and I wanted to be in ministry. I didn't know how or when or where or what. I had no idea how it was going to roll out. I can't say that I had that big of a vision. I just knew I loved God.
Right.
And I knew that I could sing and I wanted to sing for the Lord. And I think at that point, however, whatever the open door was, I would have walked through it at that point in my life. And man, but now we have so many stories to tell.
We do.
From that graduation.
Well,
but I think that was an indication of who God made us to be.
And I will say, most of my friends in junior high and high school, and I had them all the way through junior high and high school, they smoked weed, and I didn't smoke weed, but they did.
Right.
And I would get upset if they'd get busted because they were my friends. And then we played Dungeons and Dragons in high school. Don't judge me. Not in high school, junior high. Don't judge me. During science class, we played Dungeons and Dragons. So that was my thing.
I did not know that.
Yes, I played Dungeons and Dragons.
That changes so much.
I know. Now, it's who am I to sit here in the seat of judgment and
did you deal with the demons, the possession? Did you get exercise from all that?
At some point, yes. There was some kind of deliverance experience I know I had.
Dungeons and Dragons,
and it was a lot of fun. I didn't know it was demonic.
I didn't know you ever played Dungeons and Dragons.
I did. I played
I know
Dungeons.
everything. I know everything.
You just forgot it. I played Dungeons and Dragons, and yes, I did.
Dear
and
Heavenly
look at what
Father,
the Lord has done in my life, in spite of it. So
well, if God can do that for you, He can do it for anybody.
Come on, Jesus. Come on,
look at you. You come back queen.
I know.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
You do not look like a Dungeons and Dragons. Who was that? Who got you into that?
The guy.
Peter.
Yes.
See, you little trickster.
I'll just say, it was just during science class or after class. I don't remember, but I distinctively remember sitting at a table and playing. But it was just like a goofy fantasy game. We're going to get so many comments of people that
this is all they're going to care about hearing.
But it was that's it. That's all I remember is that I played it. I can't remember.
So that was the most rebellious thing or ungodly thing you ever did.
That I'm going to talk about.
Okay, whatever.
That we're going to talk about.
Oh, you'll tell my stories. You were so excited to tell my stories.
Well, they're so much better. Those are better. Yours don't involve devils, just lying.
Jesus, Dungeons and Dragons.
Mine, I needed a whole deliverance service. Now things are starting to make more sense. Things are making more sense. But anyway, it was just it was just an innocent little stupid game that I played in junior high. Don't judge me. So, But look, my point was,
please have a point.
Look at where.
Is there a point? I have not heard a point. Go ahead. What's your point?
Look at what the Lord has done. So if you're watching this and maybe your kids are going sideways, just hold out hope and keep praying for them, because God can still do a lot with their lives. Okay, there's our ministry moment. We just had it.
We need to sing that song. Look what the Lord has done. Look what He's done. Look what He's done.
Look what the Lord has done. He healed my body.
Yes, He did.
He touched my mind.
Okay, stop.
Okay. So, but I would say we're pretty much over time on this one.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
But I think the next one we should talk a little bit more about, I don't know, whatever you want to talk about, leadership.
Well,
because you got 4 kids, I got 3.
We have a lot going on.
You
but
pastor a phenomenal church in Miami. People need to know about that.
You pastor a phenomenal church in Orlando, but I did post this on Instagram before we started filming, and I did get a couple of questions.
Oh, okay.
So let me see what do the people want to know?
What are the people saying?
Let's see. Oh, talk about what you love about the current church and what could be better. We don't do that today. We're not going to do that today.
No, that's another podcast. It's a great podcast.
And we got some good podcast name ideas.
Oh, really?
I like this. Mary and Martha podcast. That's
what
one.
I said. Mm-hmm.
This is good. I think I'm slightly offended, but it's okay. Yappin' M&M.
Lisa Binion. Is that from Lisa?
No, it's my friend Jordan.
Oh, okay. Yappin' M&Ms.
Yappin' M&M. Hive Mind. I like that one. And she goes, and I'm sure I can think of more. I said, well, keep them coming. Anyway, those are just a couple of the other ones. People do want to know, though, I think, about worship in the church.
Yeah.
Pastoring churches, how the conditions of the church today.
Females
We're going to talk about
leadership.
all of it. You know what else I want to talk about? Because people need to know. From the twin perspective, just the comparison, how we've had to overcome comparison.
Yeah.
Because nobody gets compared more than
twins.
And especially identical twins.
Yeah. That'll be the next podcast.
Let's do it.
So stay tuned for the next one. Hope y'all like this one.
The yapping
M&Ms. I say the eating M&Ms. Now I want M&Ms.
Send in your M&Ms.
Thank you for joining us. This was fun.
This was a lot of fun.
All right. We got more coming.
A lot more coming.
Yep.